Hello children. Ever thought what living organisms are composed of? Ever wondered what makes up your skin, organs and muscles? Fasten your seat belts. You are about to see a world that is all around you and yet so small that you probably have never seen it. Yes, today we are going to learn about cells. Okay, let's start. All living organisms are made up of cells. And do you know what are these cells? A cell is a basic unit of life. The cell is a small but complex structure. We have trillions of cells in our body, and each cell is like a town having its own power station. There are about 200 different types of cells in the body, like red blood cells, stem cells, neuron, that is nerve cell, fat cells, etc. We humans are multicellular complex organisms. The cells inside our bodies are specialized. That means that each type of cell performs a unique and specialized function. For this reason, each of the 200 different types of cells in the body have different structure, size, shape and contains different organelles. All the cells work together to keep the human body running efficiently. In short, cells are the building blocks that create life. Wow, look at this. This is a microscope. A microscope is a device that magnifies tiny objects or makes them look larger. People use microscopes to see objects like cells, tissues, etc. If you look through microscope, cells will just look like this. This is the image of cheek cells. Cheek cells are easy to obtain and easy to see under a microscope. When we see through the light microscope, we can see that cheek cells have a cell membrane, that is plasma membrane, cytoplasm, mitochondria and a nucleus. And do you know who discovered cells? Robert Hooke. Afterwards, cell theory was postulated. In biology, cell theory is the historic scientific theory. The unified cell theory states that all living things are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of life, and new cells arise from existing cells. From this, you may have understood cell consists of three main parts, that is, the cell membrane, the nucleus, and between the two, cytoplasm. Within the cytoplasm lie intricate arrangements of fine fibers and hundreds or even thousands of minuscule but distinct structures called organelles. Organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, lysosomes, mitochondria. Now, let's discuss about the parts of the cell. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is the outer covering of the cell. It is a flexible wall that keeps the contents of cell inside while still allowing for materials to move through the membrane. Nucleus. Nucleus is the control center of the cell and runs all other cell operations. It contains the nucleolus as well. Nucleolus moves ribosomes, in which are where the cell creates protein. Mitochondria. Mitochondria make energy for the cell operations. We can call this organelle the powerhouse of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, also known as ER. This membrane transports materials throughout the cell. Rough ER contain ribosomes to make proteins, while smooth ER contain fats, also called lipids. Golgi body. Lipid from endoplasmic reticulum move to Golgi bodies where they get delivered to the plasma membrane. Lysosome. These cell organelles help the cell to get rid of waste. There are two types of cells, eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cells. Ours are the eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell contain membrane-bound organelles including a nucleus. Eukaryotes can be single-celled or multi-celled. Bacteria are an example of prokaryotes. Prokaryotic cells do not contain a nucleus or any other membrane-bound organelles. In the human body, we have nerve cells which are as long as from our feet to our spinal cord. Nerve cells helps to transport messages around the body. We also have billions of tiny little brain cells which help us to think, and muscle cells which help us to move around. There are many more cells in our body that help us to function and stay alive. Cells digest our food, carry oxygen to our lungs, fight infections, heals wounds, and much more. Now let's go through some interesting facts about cells. Do you know one of the largest known cells is the ostrich egg, which can weigh over 3 pounds. Humans actually carry more bacterial cells than human cells. The longest cell in the human body are the motor neurons. They can be up to 4.5 feet, that is 1.37 meter long, and run from the lower spinal cord to the big toe. Red blood cells carry oxygen around the body. They are created inside the bone marrow of our bones. Cells in the inner lines of the eye, muscle cells of the heart, and neurons of cerebral cortex are the only cells that will be with you your entire life. Studying cells help us to understand how organs are functioning and cellular components work together to carry out life functioning. I hope you liked this video. If it seemed interesting and informative for you, please subscribe this channel, share it, and press the bell icon. Thank you.